Alright, it is Thursday, October 10th, 2019 at 9:42 p.m. Let's go over some headlines. Alright, we got some air-breathing fish to feral hogs. These invasive species you're actually supposed to kill. We got some northern snakehead fish. It says here, this month an invasive northern snakehead fish was found in a pond in Georgia. The northern snakehead can grow up to 3 feet long and can breathe air and survive on land. The fish can also compete with food and habitat with native species, putting original populations at risk. The State Department of Natural Resources is encouraging people to immediately kill the fish and freeze it, take a photograph of the fish, note the location where it was found, and report it to the regional fishery office. So, the northern snakehead fish is one of the animals you're supposed to kill. Wild boars is another one. Spotted lanternfly is another one. Those come from China and Vietnam. Green iguanas is another one that you're supposed to kill as an invasive species. Asian carp and Burmese pythons. Just wanted to share that with everybody, just in case you encounter that in the wild. Alright, next. Ex-Radford student said she did cocaine with the devil before stabbing roommate to death. During interviews with police after her arrest, Cutting was incoherent at times, mentioned the apocalypse, and said she did cocaine with the devil. A former student at Radford University in Virginia pleaded guilty Monday to fatally stabbing her roommate. Lisa Cutting, 21, pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in the January 24th death of Alexa Cannon, a 20-year-old psychology major from Roanoke. Cutting was sentenced to 40 years in prison, half of that which is to be suspended after she serves 20 years, according to Radford Circuit Court clerk. The judge also ordered that Cutting have no contact with Cannon's family and that she undergo any mental health treatment recommended by authorities. Cutting said in a brief statement Monday that she takes full responsibility for Cannon's death, according to the NBC affiliate. There are no words for this tragedy, and my heart is filled with sorrow and grief, Cutting said. My heart goes out to the Cannon family. I am so sorry. Radford City Commonwealth Attorney Chris Renack said Cutting offered no motive for the crime. When the officers arrived at the office campus apartment the two women shared, Cutting was covered in blood, turned around, put her hands behind her head, and said, "Arrest me." During interviews with police after her arrest, Cutting was incoherent at times and mentioned the apocalypse and said she did cocaine with the devil. The Commonwealth attorney said Cutting admitting to taking a combination of alcohol, tobacco, marijuana, Adderall, Xanax, mushrooms, and cocaine the night before the murder. All of this combined with a lack of sleep, perhaps over a span of days, triggered a psychotic episode that the prosecution and the defense blamed for Cannon's death. Now that she's stabilized, she hasn't had any drugs in many months, that she has been incarcerated, and the unfortunate thing is now, what can she do? Defense attorney Blair Howard told reporters Monday, and there's nothing she can do except express her sincere sorrow to the family. That's all she can do. The plea agreement spared Cutting's family and friends the anguish and the anxiety of trial, Rehack said in a statement on Monday. That is pretty crazy. Alright, next. Family in South Carolina vacation pulls 44 pounds of cocaine from ocean. Authorities think the package, worth an estimated $600,000, may have been washed ashore by Hurricane Dorian. A family visiting South Carolina fished a big package from the ocean, took it to the rental home, and opened it and found about 44 pounds of cocaine. Beaufort County Sheriff's Major Bob Bromage told news outlets Monday that the family was walking along Fripp Island when they spotted a trash bag wrapped package floating in the water. They dragged it onto the beach and lugged it into their rental in a golf cart. After later slicing it open, discovered bricks of white powder. At that point, they figured they'd better call police. Authorities assessed the cocaine valued more than $600,000. Officials are working to determine its origin. Brumage said narcotics don't frequently wash up in the county. He thinks Hurricane Dorian may have pushed it ashore. Alright. next. Owning a dog linked to lower risk of death after a heart attack, study finds. Here's how your four-legged friend can help keep you healthy. Dog owners live longer and fare better after a heart attack or stroke compared with those who have no canine companions. Two studies published Tuesday suggest researchers found that dog ownership was associated with a 24% reduced risk of death from any cause among the general public and 33% lower risk of death among heart attack survivors who live alone, according to the reports published in the journal. The new studies are interesting and provocative, said Dr. Hader Weirach, director of the Health Failure Program and the Boston, Virginia healthcare system, and instructor of the Harvard Medical School, and author of State of Heart, Exploring the History, Science, and Future of Heart Disease. I don't think that it is what many people think about when adopting a dog, who was not involved with the new research, that they think they're doing it for the animal, not for their own health. But these studies suggest that adopting a dog may be as much of a service to your own health as the dog's. That's pretty awesome. Alright, next. El Paso mass shooting suspect pleads not guilty in 22 deaths. The 21-year-old man charged with capital murder in the fatal shooting of 22 people in the Walmart in El Paso, Texas, pleaded not guilty on Thursday during a brief initial hearing. Police have said Patrick Curious of Dallas confessed of the August 3 mass shooting and that he targeted Mexicans. Curious walked into the courtroom wearing a dark suit with a white shirt and glasses. He was sworn in, waived the reading of his indictment, and pleaded not guilty. The entire hearing lasted less than 3 minutes. Alright, next. Saturn overtakes Jupiter as planet with most moons. A team discovered a haul of 20 new moons orbiting the ring planet, bringing its total to 82 moons, while Jupiter, by contrast, has 79 natural satellites. So that's pretty awesome. Jupiter, by contrast, has 79. That's pretty crazy. Saturn having more moons. Alright, next. How long the PG&E outage will last, and other questions answered. The California utility turned off power to hundreds of thousands of customers to reduce the risk of wildfires. Many could be without electricity for days. Pacific Gas and Electric's unusual decision to cut power to hundreds of thousands of customers in Northern California to reduce the risk of wildfires has angered many residents and lawmakers. Many of them have questioned whether the company made the right call. About 600,000 Northern California customers, including some in the San Francisco Bay Area, were without power Thursday morning. Governor Gavin Newsom said on Wednesday that the company's decision was appropriate under the circumstances, but he also criticized the company for not investing enough in safety and infrastructure upgrades. The utility has been found responsible for about 24 wildfires and filed for bankruptcy protection in January. PG&E has said it could face up to $30 billion in liabilities for fires started by its equipment in recent years. Alright, also here, PG&E power outage in California. What to know about the power outages? What happened? California's largest utility, Pacific Gas and Electric, cut power to parts of 22 counties, including portions of the San Francisco Bay Area, in an attempt to avoid sparking a wildfire. How many affected? PG&E shut down power for about 800,000 customers. The company started restoring power to some California residents by Thursday afternoon. Schools are closed. Numerous colleges and schools were closed due to the power shutdown. PG&E will begin restoring power to more than 270,000 customers. PG&E will begin restoring power to more than 270,000 customers in Northern California. Crews will first inspect lines looking for potential weather-related damage. It is unclear how long the process will take. So, numerous people are without power right now in California, and we don't know how long exactly it's going to take. They said up to 6 or 7 days, so you never know. I'm going to make more videos on this subject if anything changes, but that's it for this video. Hit like and subscribe. And check out our other videos. Also, check out in the description below Dave's Empire 1981. They are our sponsor. They pretty much do hats and chucks. They do art on shoes and hats. He has lately done shoes for Jason Mewes. Jason Mewes likes art by I think it's Deadshot, and he did some sneakers for him, and that found that pretty awesome. So check them out. All right, see you guys next time. God bless.